Okay, guys, so we're just going to kick off and go live there probably in the next 1 or 2 minutes. So if you do have any team members or partners that you feel this would be beneficial to, just send them a quick message there and we'll give them 1 or 2 minutes and we can kick off the call then. Okay. And welcome to December. We're not long now, we're in the home stretch for Christmas. So I hope everybody's getting all set up and going to put extra cash into their pockets coming up to Christmas time. Okay, so we'll just give it another few minutes. Hi, Robert. Great to have you here. How's things?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, all is well. Thanks, Coleman.
No problem. That's good. That's good. Hi, Elaine. Good to have you here. So we'll just give another 1 minute and then we'll kick off, guys. And this is being recorded, so you'll be able to get access to this as we start to move forward. We should have that later on this tonight or at some stage tomorrow. I'll get it into you guys in the group. Okay, so I'll just double check you can hear me okay there. Okay, so guys, okay, so my name's Coleman. I'm based here in Ireland. Myself and Derek are founding partners like yourself. So what we do is we take our time and our energy to find different tools that we use to help us be able to build our businesses and at the same time have an advantage compared to other people out there that are just connected with family and friends. Because once you want to build a real business or a true business, you want to be able to leverage different technologies and different systems and techniques that can actually give you an ongoing lead generation. Is one aspect, using AI and using different technologies and different systems to help you take your business. But a blueprint is always important, okay? Because there's no point in just kind of hoping and wishing to move forward with your business. We need to use certain proven systems and blueprints. So part of what we do here today is it's ABC of a simple ABCs of simple strategies to grow and help you succeed, and also focus on helping you build the skill set that you need, and at the same time connecting with people and developing lasting relationships as you build your business. As we move forward, we're going to continue to add new tools and bring new systems that we're testing and trialing. But a lot of the stuff that we bring to the table, we're already proven that it works before we share it with you guys. Okay. We've set up our communities, whether that be corporate communities in Telegram, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Then also we have our personal groups in WhatsApp and Facebook as well. As we move forward, we may dive into different forums like Scroll and different ones like that, where we can set up more places where we can all connect together. But we're all going to celebrate our successes, acknowledge the different milestones and achievements that we all make as we move forward. Okay. So part of what we're going to cover today, and Derek will be doing a deep dive and actually doing an over-the-shoulder snapshot of how he actually does this in real time. So it's a proven way to generate free leads with using the platform called LinkedIn, which a lot of people are familiar with. It's a professional social network. Okay, so today you can learn how to generate leads with LinkedIn. It's effective, it's simple, and it's a system that you can use without any cost. All you need is just an hour to 2 hours per day. And if you use that effectively, it'll help you move your business forward and generate leads for you. So as we cover that, we're going to cover leveraging LinkedIn, as I said, to generate leads for your business. Derek is going to do a step-by-step walkthrough on how that actually works and how he uses that and the success he's having with that. And also over time, we'll do check-ins and we'll be measuring each person's success and doing workshops to help you improve the results that you get with that. Okay. As we come towards the end of the presentation and the live overview with Derek and the training and the workshop, we'll then jump into live questions and answers. But just before we dive into the over-the-shoulder training with Derek, I want to get asked a question out there. And the question I want to put to you, and it's not to put you in the spot, but it's to ask you a question. What's the biggest challenge that you're finding with your Truly business at the moment? And you can either put that into the chat, or you can actually just open up your mic and just let us know what you feel you would need help and support with. And that's what we're here for, because when we have those answers, then we can dive into the back end and we can come up with solutions and strategies to help you with that. So what would your number one challenge be, guys?
Finding leads, people who are interested in doing what I'm doing.
Perfect.
What we are doing.
Excellent.
Network marketers who are interested in helping people and improving their health and making some money at the same time.
Excellent. I appreciate the fact that you've shared that, Cynthia. That's what we're here for, and that's part of what we will be covering today. Anybody else want to dive in with any updates on what they might find a bit of a challenge in their business moving forward?
Hi. For me, it's language. So I've spoken to, say, for example, my hairdresser today, and they're very interested. They need some information in Turkish and in German.
Well, what I can do is we can show you later on. We have access to a tool in our back office, Now site, and that actually translates anything into 30 different languages, as far as I'm aware. So we can translate it into Turkish and we can translate it into German for you. Plus, I would have a business partner that actually speaks German as well. So if you want to reach out to myself or Derek, we can show and share how you can get that into the different languages for yourself. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Rita. Anybody else in it want to add anything before we dive into the workshop?
Yeah, I'd like an explanation of the compensation plan, how that actually works, if that's possible.
Right. Well, what we will do with that is we wouldn't cover that in tonight's workshop, but I will. Have you been on any of the overview presentations that we do 5 times per day, 7 days a week?
No.
Right. Well, Nigel, what I'll do is I'll get that link out to you, and you'll be able to jump on to one of the live overview presentations that covers the compensation plan. And that's done by Steve Mitchell, who's one of our founding partners and the leadership team here. And it's only about 35 minutes long, but that'll answer a lot of the questions you have. And also I'll get access to the actual PDF that we have that goes into detail in the breakdown of the commissions and the structure for you as well. And okay. So yeah, we can do that for you as well.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, guys, so thank you very much. We will open it up for more questions and answers at the end. What I want to do now at this stage is introduce Derek. Derek, as you know, is a veteran. He's got over 30 plus years within the network and marketing arena. He's had huge success within traditional business and within the networking and cryptos arenas. He's connected with quite a few thought leaders within the industry. And what he's going to do now is he's going to dive in through the system that he uses to be able to generate leads basically an abundance of leads on a daily and a weekly basis for his Truly business and the different enterprises that he's part of. So over and back to you, Derek, and everybody else, if you just want to mute yourself as we jump into this, okay?
Okay, thank you, Coleman. That's really, really good. Okay, so just judging by what Cynthia said, that's quite a common thing, really. when we ask the question, what's the biggest challenge? And most people say it's the lead gathering, the prospects, and things like that. As regards the language, by the way, also I have a guy in Austria who speaks 5 languages, so we can also avail ourselves of that person as well. So there's a couple of us who know people who speak languages, and we can quite easily sort that out while the company's working on their website and everything else, which is going to take a few weeks before they get that correct and working properly. Okay, so going back to Cynthia, let me just ask a few questions, Cynthia, of you, as you were brave enough to say what you wanted, leads. Okay, so what we need to do when we think about leads, and this is something that I've sort of thought about for many years now, and it really needs to be broken down, because people say, oh, I'm looking for somebody who's doing what we're doing. Well, great, that's a start, okay. But let's break it down even more, right? Okay, somebody that a network marketer was one of the things you said. Can we break that down even more? What do you think? What sort of people will they be? Bearing in mind the 2 things that we have. We have the health side of the business, and we also have the Manoj story. So based on that, Cynthia, what do you think? What do you think of the sort of people that are going to be looking or interested in that?
That's the problem I have with creating the perfect
Okay.
avatar for
Okay, think about
a
the
marketing
health
campaign,
side, okay?
because
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Think about the health side first to make it fairly easy.
Well, yeah, someone that not necessarily is in retirement, but it could be a young mother who has children and wants to maintain her energy level and is having trouble sleeping at night, and
Okay.
maintaining the diet that she needs to maintain her healthy weight, and all the challenges of being a young mom and real busy, whatever.
Okay, cool.
Or who needs some extra cash because she's got this young family and she's struggling trying to figure out, well, how do I want to spend my time? How do I want to spend my money?
Okay.
So yeah.
So that's really broken it down into real detail. That's right down to a single mom. Go up a step and think about it this way. It's obviously people who are interested in their health. Okay, so health is important. Now, what sector of the age groups do you think is probably the most in need of better health?
Well, that sector would be over
as an age
60,
group,
I
what
would
do you think? Yeah,
guess.
over 55, 60. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And that's a big sector because the baby boomers are there. So there's a lot of people in there, people going into retirement. Okay, so based on that, and this is what I do, I think, okay, where can I find these people? Okay, so as we're not covering Facebook, I'll just give you some pointers. But in Facebook, for example, you'd look for these people in groups to do with over 55s. Okay, so it
Groups
might
that
be
what?
the groups that are in the over 55s.
I see.
Okay, so for example, there might be an over 55 group in your town or in your Facebook area. There may be a walking group. Think about what the over 55s do. Some of them are,
Oh, okay.
some of them are going into retirement. So what do retired people do? They try and meet, they try and get together, they have socials, all that kind of thing separately. So again, think about those Facebook groups, and then again, mums, the single mums, you'll find a lot of them who maybe need the extra money. They'll be in specific groups. Okay, so now the idea is
Right.
that you don't just pitch everyone in a group, and this is what I'll say, it's just off-putting, and you'll get chucked out of groups really quickly. So I'm going to show you today what I do with LinkedIn. Within the last week only, I've got 6 people I've been talking to, and I'll try and run through some of the examples of things I've done with those people. So I take each individual as a person. First of all, are they within my target group? Secondly, are they people who maybe commented on some of the things I've written on LinkedIn? Because remember, to get people to respond to things, you want to write things on there that are going to cause people to respond. So you ask for people's, response to different things you've done. I'll try and look at some of my posts in there so you can get an idea. The other thing is, if you are in LinkedIn with people who are in our team, people who are already in our in the Truly group, do go and make an effort to join everyone, because all of these, Facebook included, all of these rely on algorithms. And those algorithms don't just rely on people just liking your comments. That's not enough. Facebook's likes it when you actually make a comment. Doesn't matter how big or small that comment is. So if you start commenting little comments, even congratulations, whatever you want to say, really, you're going to start creating a situation where more people can see those posts that you're doing. Otherwise, actually, you think a lot of people, or you think all your friends are seeing the post, but they're not. Okay, only about 5%, even less, actually see a post that you put out there. So you think you're approaching every single one of your friends, but you're not. Facebook doesn't do that for you because they want interaction. They want things to happen. If people are just hoping that people see things, like, you know, you throw out a Manoj video and hope that hundreds and thousands of people see it, it doesn't happen. Okay, so you've actually got to start creating some sort of a social build-up of talking and chatting and that kind of thing. So I'm going to show you now my LinkedIn, and I'm going to show you some stuff on there that I do. Let me just get my LinkedIn open. I thought I had the page open. Okay, let's open my page. Right, here we go. So I'm going to show you some of the things that you can do, and I'm going to have to go through step by step because it is very easy. And if you spend an hour, 2 hours, not a day, Coleman, but a week, it's more than enough to actually start drawing up, you know, conversations and things. So it really does work. And if you get good at this, you can have easily, you know, 5 to 6 people a week you're talking to. And if you even get better than that and start not straight away pitching people, you'll find that you actually start getting good results. Okay, so can you see that? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
brilliant. So
perfect.
this
Yeah.
is my Facebook. What I'm going to show you here is again, you know, how you decide to do your profile and all that is up to you. I've tried lots of different things, and as long as it's fairly decent, as long as it shows that you're not sort of, you know, a salesy type person, I suppose it works, because it's not always the profile that gets people to talk to you. It's more what you post and what you see. So this is the last couple of weeks I've had 194 post impressions on the posts I've been posting. And again, because of the AI we've got now with NowSite, we're going to be able to have a lot more fun. And what I will say about AI, it's here to stay, guys. You know, if you're not using it or not learning how to use it, then start, because it's going to soon be a major player in everything we do. So I've started getting to grips with it, and actually I only really started about a month ago, so it's quite recent. But I think the amount it does is it saves me so much time now. So these are all the tabs you have on your top. There's also a search button here. Now, let me say, from the point of view of, you know, these are some of the searches I do. Look, keep fit, Herbalife, health industry. If I go to keep fit and just type that in, then what does it do? It starts bringing up all these people on keep fit, see more results. Okay, so let's see if any of these are interesting, and I'll show you how to actually get in touch with them. So there's this guy here, David. Again, what I do is I look at them, see how interesting they are. Coach, well-being, Paula. Okay, so Paula Thompson, she's second on me. She's in Stockport, which is not far from me. So if I click on her, she knows I've seen her now, because as soon as you click on somebody, they know you've seen them. Okay, but I want to connect with her, so I can connect. And what if you don't have this button here because you've already connected with so many people? You also have 3 little dots on the right here, and if you click those 3 dots, you can connect that way. Some people don't realize that even if they don't have the connect button here, you can still connect using the 3 dots, and they could be 4 or 5 levels down. So I'm not going to connect, because what I tend to do is I tend to message people. Okay, so I'll leave that there for messaging. And then if I go to my Truly account, which is here, and open that up, for all those who know how to do it, you just click the little man, Then you have managed subscriptions, best offers, go to back office, now site. So I want to bring up my now site. So I'll click on that. And now site opens. Okay, I'll log in. And I'll choose my password. And then log in. Now site has a lot of information and everything to gather, so it doesn't always work very fast. It's quite slow sometimes. So on a slower internet speed, it might take a bit longer. Don't assume it's not working. Just wait for it to start opening up. Okay, so it's saying a new social post is ready. Okay, so I've got a post that I that's ready. So I'll come back to that. But basically, you can start posting straight away every single day. Now, this is not the free one, but I'm just going to talk about the free one because that's what you guys can do. You can actually comment on posts, so or comment or start a conversation. In this case, it's start a conversation. So I'm going to click Get Started. Okay, so I'm going to start a conversation with that lady who's in the fitness industry. Okay, someone like my post, birthday, anniversary, congratulations, supporters, condolence. Reconnect or other. I'm going to put other, and this is a cold contact. In fact, did it have cold on there? I don't know. No, it didn't. Okay, so it had other, so I'll leave it other. And then what do I want? Paste text for the type of post. Now it's better if you actually give it some sort of clue. So I want to prompt it to give me an answer. So what I'll do, just to move this thing out of the way, sorry. I don't know how we move. I think, did we work this out, Coleman, the other day to break? Can you see the black bar across, Coleman, or not?
No, I can't see it there. It's okay.
Oh, you can't. Oh, that's all right then. Okay. I don't know. Sometimes it appears, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so yeah, so I want to prompt this to give me a little bit of text. And I spend ages doing this, by the way, before I sent it, because I wanted to send them something that would prompt them to respond back or something nice about them. I might even go back to her. So let's see what she says. I teach classes in community and in my VIP online face group, I also teach fitness classes at companies who want to improve their health, well-being, and their staff. I'm passionate about helping people with their fitness. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. I'm going to take that. Focusing on cleaning, working. Everybody has different expectations, goals, best achieved. Okay, person's ability. Let me just see more. See if there's any more I need on there. I feel it's too varied. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. I'm going to take it without even thinking, really. Going to take it into here and paste it. And then at the beginning, I'm going to say, start a conversation with the person below. Just go like that. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to generate. See how easy this is. It only takes a few seconds usually. Has it appeared? Well, I put it in the wrong place. Place the text of your post. No, I don't want text, do I? I want it. Let me start. Cut. Sorry, I put in the wrong bit there. So even I'm learning on this. I still get it wrong. Okay. Generate. Right. Hey there. I've been deep diving in the world of fitness and wellness, helping folks find their groove, healthy eating mindset shifts. Would love to hear your thoughts on what keeps you motivated on this. It's very short and very simple. Copy. I don't even have to copy it really because I just click there to copy it. So if you click that, that copies it automatically. Go back to Paula Thompson, go to message. And you can personalize it as well. You know, you just don't have to leave it like that. Okay. What's happening here? Like a message from there. I have to connect to a message. Okay. There used to be a way. Oh, on there. There. Send profile in a message. There we go. See that bit says more? If it's not 3 dots, you can actually do it there. Type a name. I used to be able to connect directly. This was only a week ago I did this. Kirsty Karen, there we are. Okay. So I'm blah, 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 blah. Okay. That's new message to her. Whoops. There we go. So there's the message. Cool. Type that in there. And away you go. So if I send 3, 4, 5 messages to people who are in the health industry, for example, or into health, I wait for a response. A response will come at some point, and then then you start a conversation with those people. So here, what I'm going to do is just show you some things that I've done. This is the chats I've been having. Okay, so I had a doctor earlier on who's also into health. I congratulated her because Facebook's good at letting you know what's going on. This lady's actually been given an award, and I said, congratulations on your new role. And again, she says, thanks, Derek. So it's inviting me to have a conversation with her. So I'll send something. So again, I'll do exactly what I did before. I'll go into her profile, see if there's something I can pick out of there, put it into the chat, and then put it in here. And then you carry on doing this all the time, all day long. I'm doing this, you know, for, you know, literally all I do is spend an hour to 2 hours a week on this. Wishing you a happy birthday, congrats. This guy here, I've got an appointment with him on Wednesday. Congrats on your work. Robert Reed, that's one of our own people. This guy here, I've actually got an appointment with. Again, this started with, where was it going? Goes back quite a bit. So I connected with him a while ago. And I've spoken to him a few times. So again, this is happening now. This is somebody who's actually in France, waiting for Trilly to come to France before he joins. I'm just trying to see how I actually started the conversation initially. And it goes back a while, you know. I'm helping people, I'm helping movie producers with cash flow. That's how I said it in there. That was a while back before Truly came along. So I've always been in this industry. So we then had a chat, and that's how it's gone from then. So now we've actually talked in more detail. So again, another congratulations. I'm just looking at some people I've recently spoken to. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's someone else here. I sent information to, and again, he's checked it out and he's coming. What's keeping? I asked him there. It's great. Connect with you too, Derek. What's keeping you busy at present? He's asking me to converse with him. So again, all these people that you connect with, you can actually just drop in and then, or just do what I did there, which is in the search. You know, go back to the search. You want Herbalife distributors. So you know they're going to be in Herbalife. If people know about Herbalife, then that's good. Again, you just literally go through it, connect people as opposed to company, and then you get a list of people, and then you connect. But rather than connect, I speak to people first because I don't always go straight away to connect because I don't want people here who are not going to be talking with me. There's a guy called Dave Allen here. I help promote good health, which leads you to blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So another person that I spent many years, full-time youth worker, helping young people change their lives for the better. Okay, that's really good. So you can copy that and put it into your Now site and then get a response to send back to him. And then you just send the message. So again, remember, I think it doesn't allow you to send a message unless you're connected, but if you go to more, and then you go to send profile in a message, then you can actually do it that way, search for the profile, and you can send it. So you bypass the system, if you like, that forces you to connect, so you don't actually have to connect. So that's another thing to do. Some people also have their phone number there. So what I do sometimes, I get that there where it says contact information. If it isn't there, then don't worry. But I can find out things about people. Look, he's got getfit.biz. That's his website. So if you want to find out more about that person, make things a bit more personal. I've looked at your website. I see you've done this, this, and this. I'm really interested in helping people get fit. In my own case, what I do tend to say is to people is, look, I've had a heart attack recently. Well, not recently, about 2 years ago, and I had some surgery. And like for example, there was something that came through by chance. This was it yesterday or today? Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, that was this one, wasn't it? Yeah. Somebody loved my comment, and I'll go to the actual thing. Okay, this was an award. Congratulations to Jaspal. Okay, this guy came up. Okay, I'm honoured and delighted to be announce my appointment with the Chair British Heart Foundation. There's Asian Business Board. So again, straight away, because of my heart condition, I can relate to that. So I actually wrote something on there, and as a result of that, somebody responded, and all they said was this: look, I'm absolutely thrilled to be on board and everything else, but she's also liked my actual thing. So this again, look at this, right? This was written by Nowside. Congratulations, Jazz, on this incredible achievement and your vital work with the British Heart Foundation, the Asian Business Board. As a triple heart attack survivor and someone who has undergone double bypass surgery, I deeply resonate with your mission. Lifestyle changes have been pivotal in transforming my own health, and I'm committed to helping others do more. And it carries on a bit more. This was all written by Nowside. So, and you can even do this by chat GPT. If you connect, that's free as well. If you just get that and type it in there, it'll print out things for you. And then this woman liked it. So because she liked it, I went to her, and I actually I've got somebody else now that I can write a message to. And this is how I find people to connect with. It's finding things in common, but it's also finding people that you think might, want to follow you because they actually like you. And remember, if you have got first connections, all your first connections in this, if I go to my network, again, I can look for those people within that who are actually in the health industry. So this search will look within my group to see who's actually, and these are people who I could possibly connect, and that's based on my what do you call it, profile. This is all based on my profile. But then further down, I think it is, where's that gone? I'll try it by, it should go to my network. Catch up. Oh yeah, again here. So these are people in my network already. So these are people that have done things, completed 10 years, health markets. So again, I just have to write congrats 10 years and then add something to it. Go back to his profile and see if you can add something to it. Again, wishing you happy. It's so many people you can have conversations with that just start with wish you a happy birthday and wish you a happy Christmas, whatever, whatever's there. Celebrate David's recent birthday. That's today. So I've seen these message sent. So all I do is wait for answers to come back, which gives me the opportunity to go back in then. If they're not looking at them and we don't have any responses, then it's not really worth, chasing, because you've got people who are going to respond straight away. You want the open-minded people, the people who are wanting to do things straight away. So this is what I do quite a lot. So this is something that you can do yourselves, search for the type of people. I'd recommend the health industry, obviously. It could be you want to go into people who are connected with water. Not always the way, though, to compete, because then you've got to explain why your water is different from theirs, which I don't really get into. I just want people who are interested in their own health. I don't know what other groups they have there. Are they over 55s, over 60s, over 55? Over 55, still have any groups like that? Let's have a look. That'll be groups. Here we are, age 55, life-work balance, 98 members. So again, join these groups and then you'll find the people in there. Age 55 information for members. There's only one member there, only 10 members there. Let's try over 60s. Over 60s club. Okay, job careers, property, 60 plus market insight research. Again, just look for these, you know, and you'll find groups that you maybe want to join. Fitness, there's only 7 people there. Just play around with it, you know, when you go into these groups and see if you can buy, you know, in my area, there's a lot of walking groups. So on Facebook, I've chosen to look for walking groups. And that's generally how I do it with LinkedIn. The other thing I have done with LinkedIn, the other thing you guys can do, and I'll say this is what I'm going to probably work towards, because we've got NowSite as a free marketing tool that goes all the way through to funnel systems and everything else. If you pay for the top, what do you call it, top profile in it, and you get everything, then we could actually use that as part of our marketing. So you can actually say, if you go to my profile, for example, this is what I say to people, look, you know, I'm building communities, relation, dedicated to empowering others to succeed, creating lasting positive impact, okay? And I send messages out, and I'll just see if some of those old messages are here. First impression, search. Just seeing if some of the messages are here that I'm looking for. I have some messages. Okay, this is one I've just put out. This is a new thing I've just put out today. Trust your gut. Again, it's about me personally, and make it personal to yourself. The power of listening to your inner compass. Have you ever felt an unexplainable pull, a quiet whisper deep within urging you to take certain paths or make specific decisions, that your gut feeling connection with your inner wisdom goes beyond logic, and so on? And at the end, I'd say I'd love to hear your story, share a time when your gut feeling guided you. And somebody actually made a comment here. Sometimes that gut feeling hits harder than logic, huh? It's wild how a hunch can lead to life-changing moments. What's your story with trusting those instincts? And I actually answered, and he answered, absolutely. It's amazing how intuition can guide us in ways logic can't, etc. So suddenly I've got somebody there who wants to actually speak. Now he's from America, so again, it's somebody I can connect with, somebody I can talk to. So I'll send another message to him. So that is a direct response to this, which I created, the gut feeling, which I created through NowSite. So the words for it, if you like, all that was created through NowSite. All I said is I wanted a post that's connected with gut feeling, because sometimes I do that. I actually rely on my gut more than anything else, and it tends to work quite well. If you do, when you hone in on things like that, you can actually get very, very good at this. So, and that's what it produced. So that was produced by NowSite, and I posted it, and I've already had results. Again, look at things like this. Profile views, 44 people have looked at my profile. Post impression, 208. I'm not saying this to try and impress you, but impress upon you what's available out there if you take time to work it. You know, it's not very difficult. And I'm sure within the questions and answers to do with all this, you'll be able to ask me more questions about any social media, really, and things I do. I also post on Instagram. And I post on Facebook as well daily. I've got a page on Facebook actually that's just for Truly, and I post all the Truly stuff on there. So hopefully that's given you a bit of an insight into how to do this on LinkedIn. And you can look for similar things on Facebook with groups, etc. I'm just trying to think on NowSite, because there's stuff that's not free that I use quite a lot of. But again, this is really, really good. You can, you know, type anything in there. And if you're doing a post as well, you can do that by just typing what you want to post in there, and it'll actually bring it up, and then you can do it, and then you can find pictures. For most pictures, if you go to Google and you actually type in the sort of picture you want, and then pick the picture and just save it to your computer, you can then repost it with the words. So that's what I tend to do with a lot of the pictures. You know, it's very, very easy to find pictures of something that you want by typing into Google whatever the image is that you're looking for. But with this Now site, you can actually post to Instagram, LinkedIn, X, and all these other ones as well. You can actually post to WhatsApp, etc. So it's really useful. You don't even have to get out of here. So some of the stuff I've posted into the Truly WhatsApp group has actually come from here. So I posted straight into there from here. So again, it's very good. You just copy to clipboard and post it. And then because I've got the more expensive package, I can actually create an image as well. And then I can actually save that image and then put that image in there as well. Okay, so let's come out of that. Anything you want to add to that, Cynthia? Has it given you a bit of more of an idea what to do yourself?
No, that's comprehensive. That is, and it's easy enough.
Giving
It's
you
not
some ideas.
complicated.
Yeah, it's easy enough.
Yeah,
That's what I try
it's
and do. And I try and
only
give
thing
things
is,
that work.
I wanted to ask you, remind you to find out if I could access the free version of the Now site in the United States.
No, I will
I'm
do,
familiar with
definitely.
ChatGPT and I use Canva.com,
Yeah,
but that
yeah.
would be like
Chat's
really,
very good,
really
actually.
easy.
Chat's very
Okay.
good as well. It's just as good, Chat, if not better. And in fact, there's I
Yeah.
think you pay £19 a month in the UK to get the full version, which generates as many pictures as you want. But Chat, it's all about the prompt. When you think about the question you want to ask, first of all, in a post, right, what do you want? You want responses. So you first of all think, right, what sort of response do I want? Do I want people to comment? Do I want people to give their ideas? Do I want people to dig back when something happened to them? You know, you want it to give you a post that will allow people to comment. Because if you just give people facts, it doesn't necessarily work that way, you know. So it's got to be something that's got to be able to be a comment back or something of their history or a memory. You know, you're asking people to relate to what you're sending to them, really. And you can do that with ChatGPT really easy, really, really easy. So Karen, I mean, I was using ChatGPT till Nowsite about a week ago. I only started using Nowsite about a week ago, but I was using Chat before then. Okay, anyone else? What did you think, Paul? Do you use LinkedIn?
Yeah, thanks, Derek. I've been on LinkedIn for forever, and I've got a lot of followers there, but I don't use it. I've never found it an easy site to go around, but those tips you did today, just do this, it makes it a lot easier. And as I said, if we combine that and start using the Now system, because sometimes when we get a new system, we're all guilty because we don't use it. We say, if someone could just give us something, and then we get given it, and then we still don't use it. What's to do? You know?
And just think about this from your point of view, Paul. If you got other networkers out there, say, would you like to get a free tool? Well, we provide it with our business. It's part of a bit of a part of a, you know, get them into our business so they can use it, you know, and be healthy at the same time. So you can use it for as many businesses as you want as well, even though it's part of Truly, they can use it for whatever they want, you know, so it doesn't matter, or even their private lives. Okay, well done. Thanks. I hope you pick up I want people to come back maybe in a week's time, 2 weeks' time, and say they've done something and this is what they found out. So results orientated, you know, because I try and give things that work. So Cynthia, Paul, and any of the others who actually want to come back with some sort of results. It doesn't matter even if it's one person they've talked to, you know, it's as good as that. Robert, did you want to say something?
Yeah, it's just goes to show you, you know, as Paul just confirmed, that it's a very useful tool, and you just showed how it can be utilized, and it makes our job easier in terms when it comes to marketing. So yes, I mean, like you said, until you try it, I haven't used it, so it's something I need to adopt, and it's included, so you can't go wrong.
Yeah, and I'll go one step further. I've tried it in a few private conversations as well, and I've had to change some of the words sometimes because it's not the way I speak. But it's actually given me brilliant answers for people, and they've come back to me, "God, that's really insightful, Derek." And I'm saying, Yeah, thank you. You know.
Yeah.
So it's
I think it
it
adds so
brings
much
more into your
value to the,
conversation. Oh, it does. It brings so much more.
yeah.
But then I think you think more like that the more you're around it. And if it starts giving you ideas about what you should or shouldn't say, next time when you say that, you're going to say it in a different way because you learned it through AI. You know, and that's the big thing.
And the
Anyone else
graphics are
want?
powerful.
Yeah. Oh, they are definitely. Anyone else want to add anything or ask any questions? Rita, any questions for you?
No, I was just laughing because at the beginning, many years ago, I helped my husband set up his LinkedIn, and using his CV and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I stopped using it because I was never sure, do I have different LinkedIn pages for different interests, or do I have one? That was always
Yeah.
my thing.
Uh-huh.
He's on 17,000 now. And I just said to him, now, why can't you do something for me? And he's like what? And I was like, talk about hydration.
Yeah.
He's got a professional, he's in corporate,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
17,000 are surely not all corporate. So
No, but they're going to listen. They're going to listen if he gives them little hints and tips on hydration and
right.
asks
So I was
people to
thinking maybe
comment
I should
back.
recruit him under me. That's what I was thinking whilst you're doing this. But no, you
Yeah.
know how it is, the adage of when you help people and then yourself gets left behind. I've done that a number of times, and for LinkedIn, I have just not used it as much as I should really. So thanks for the insight.
Great.
We'll have to talk about
Thank
that
you.
offline, how we can.
Yeah. I think we've got a meeting on me for Wednesday, so we can talk
Yeah.
about it then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Brilliant. Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, I just wanted to jump on there as well because the beautiful thing about what Derek has shown there is it's just getting a block of time, like an hour a day, half an hour a day, and just connect with 5 or 6 people and do that on a daily basis. And if you're having a conversation with 30 people a week, and then out of those 30 people, if you even bring on 3 or 4 people into your business on a weekly basis or even a monthly basis, but then teaching that to your group, where your group is then duplicating that. So if you've got a team of, say, for example, 10 people, and they're bringing on, say, 5 people a month based on that, that's 50 people plus your 5. That's 55 people and customers coming into your business just based on an hour a day.
It's powerful. Yeah.
Powerful.
If people duplicate, I think I can easily get about 4 or 5 people a month into Truly through this.
Absolutely, yeah.
Easily. I know I get more than that, but that's because I've got a big warm market contact. But the thing is, using this method, I could easily do that, and I believe anyone can do it. Do the same, just using this method. See, what you do is you go from. The idea is to instigate a conversation. That's the important bit. And then what you do, let's see if anyone remembers now. What do you do next before you do the conversation, Coleman? As you're the senior person here.
Yeah, well, you check out
What
your
would you do?
profile, see if there's
What would
any.
you do? Let's say we got a conversation going on chat, okay, with somebody in LinkedIn. You're going to be the other person, okay? I've chatted to you, or you've chatted to me rather. I'm your prospect. So what do you do now before we go into conversation?
Well, the first thing you want to do is check out their profile, see is there anything that you can have a conversation about, whether it be health, whether it be congratulate them on something, or whether it be something that resonates with you, so you've got a point of contact.
Okay. What do you think you're going to send to me before you have a conversation with me?
Well, what am I going to send to you? Well,
visual. I'm giving you hints. Yeah.
Visual.
3 of them. 3 of them.
Right. Okay. Well, maybe I'll let you open that up, and then I'll agree with you.
Okay, I'm going to drum this in and drum this in.
2.
3 videos, yeah, 3 or 2 videos.
Yeah.
The short videos. Think about this, guy. Don't try and do any more communication once you've got the basics going with these people, because what you're trying to do is not waste time. Okay, so the way to not waste time is send them 2 or 3 videos, the short ones that we have, right, including Manoj, and then get back and say, look, what resonated with you before you even moved from there? What resonated with you? What did you like best? You know, is there anything that you really like? Which video did you like best? You know, all those sort of things. Then make it a very easy conversation. Let's say it was Manoj, for example. Oh, I loved it. Somebody talked to me the other day and said, oh, I love that video. I so resonate with that. I really like the way he's giving away the money, you know, 99%. And then I say, how would you like to be involved in that? Most people say, yeah, because they've already said they love what he's doing. Okay, great. Then let's get you involved. So what he also does is the profits from what we're doing with our water business is we're actually getting people to hydrate with some very, very good water that actually is 99% pure. I don't go into too much detail, and I just say it's got electrolytes in it. So the best way for you to help Manoj reach what he's doing with his feeding 1 million people a day, 1 million children a day, is to try some of the stuff, right? So what's the point of, you know, getting involved if you haven't even tried the water? So the first thing you need to do is order some water, try it, and then we'll go from there. And I smoothly transit into that. So I don't want to get into a conversation where we're talking about this, that, and the other. I just want them to place that initial order. It might be the 3-pack. It might be as little as a 1-pack, but 3 packs is brilliant because you get 1 free. You know, if you've got a family, if you've got 2 or 3 of you in the household, you might need a 6-pack because it's the cheapest price per can, and you get two packs free. So then what we can do, and then I go through the protocol. So what's the protocol? Do you remember, Paul? What's the protocol for the water?
Sorry, Derek.
I go through the protocol of how we drink the water. What's the protocol? I'm
Well,
going to drop this into all of you.
I would have two a day, which is what I'm on,
Yeah.
and then after I feel that I'm hydrated, and I'll know that by the difference in me, I'd probably go to a maintenance of just 1 a day.
Okay, yeah. Generally, it's 2 a day for about 2 to 3 weeks. That's what they say. So get them to have it good 2-3 weeks, so they can have it, and rightly so. I think I heard Rita say that as well. 2 a day, and then over to 1 a day, or even 1 every other day. Your body tells you what you need. So let's get back in touch with you. Well, I say to them, what we'll do. Do you know anybody else, Paul, who might want to experience the same thing as you are with the drinks? And then you straight away got people in mind. Just name a few people. What do they do? And I'll ask you a bit about those people. Okay, I'll tell you what. Would you be able to send these 3 videos to those people? See, I've already sent you the video. I've got you on the order now. So how easy is that to duplicate over a quicker period? And of course you use your way of speaking, Paul, because you don't speak like me anyway. You'll say it your way. But the point is try and narrow that gap between the time you instigate the conversation to sending the videos, to then getting them to speak with you about the videos, to then getting them on a trial, to then getting them to send the video out. Now they've sent the video out, so they've got 3 people to follow up on, haven't they? So you've started something there. Now, you say to them, is that easy? How easy is that to do, you know? And you haven't talked about whether they're going to make lots of money. You haven't talked about profit. You haven't talked about anything. All you talked about is health. You know, to help. Well, to help every can you drink is getting people out of poverty. If that's what they came in on. If they came in on something and said, "Oh, I'd like to have a business on the side where I can make some money." Brilliant. Okay, well, let's show you how to do it. Let's have you try the product first. So what we'll do is we'll place an order. The best lot is the 6-pack. Order 6, get 2 free. It's £132.75. Write these things down so you know what the prices are, so people actually know what you're talking about. And then it works a lot easier. Most people want to follow. Most people want to follow someone's lead, okay? If you don't show them that you're leading and you dither or you slow down or you don't know what you're doing, then they find it, they start hesitating. So what you want to try and do is get, and you will make mistakes at the beginning, by the way. I did. I made loads of mistakes, not in this business, in other businesses. And the thing is, do that, because if you don't make mistakes on purpose, you'll never get good at this. And remember, the people won't know you made mistakes because they don't know what the script is, and you don't know what the script is either. You shouldn't know. You shouldn't do it in a script format. If I said the wrong thing to you, you wouldn't know. because you don't know what I'm meant to say or not meant to say. I just have to be comfortable. So be comfortable in yourselves talking to people so you can actually sound like you're coming across as a genuine person, not a salesperson. That's one thing I always hated. I always used to say to my partner or wife, I used to say, look, you know, listen to this conversation. I used to get a listen in on my conversations. Did I come across salesy? Whenever she said, yes, you did, I thought, oh, I don't want to come across salesy, you know. So I had to rethink it and start thinking how I get more comfortable with the speaking. And the only way I got good at it is to talk with more people. The more you talk, the easier it becomes. And it should be a really easy transition from one stage to the next, especially if they like one of the 3 videos. It should be, that's the sale done. If somebody likes one of those 3 videos, the sale's done for you. You haven't got to sell anybody, you haven't got to close anybody, they've closed themselves. You know, and then what you want to do is get them, look, you know, Cynthia, have you got 3 other people you think could share that with? Tell me some people you can think of off your top of your head now. And then you give me 3 names. I say, okay, right, okay, what do they do? I'm already starting to ask you the questions I'd asked you when I first spoke to you. What do they do? Why do you think they might be interested? Is it their health, or is it, Cynthia, you were saying that this friend of yours is a single mom? Is it because she wants more money in the hands, you know? And then you start figuring that out for yourself. Then I get you to send the 3 videos out to each of them. They then come back to you. And now at this stage, it's crucial that you get this right. If you don't feel comfortable in doing the next stage, always go to the next person up line who can do a 3-way call. And I don't mind how many 3-way calls I do. I've done so many. This morning I did 3, yesterday I did 5. I don't mind doing these until you get it right, because it's important that you start seeing it happen in different ways so that you feel comfortable with it yourself. And there is no pattern, there's no sales negotiating, it's not direct sales. It's not the same sort of thing. You've really got to be comfortable in helping people really find the answer themselves. I always use this analogy of things. When people are looking for an answer, you need to be helping them find the answer within themselves, if that makes sense. So rather than you telling them or leading them to the answer, you're actually getting them to come to the conclusion. You know, Cynthia's health really important to you. How important is it? So how's your hydration? Do you know anything about hydration? You know, can I help you understand hydration a bit better? I'll send you 3 videos. Then we can talk more about the hydration because you've watched those 3 videos. Again, it's all going back and let the tools do the work for you. You know, the Now site does an amazing job. It really does. You know, I sent one to my sister the other day because I forgot her birthday. It gave me a beautiful answer. It really did. She said, "Oh, don't worry, Derek. I know you're a busy person." And it took me about 10 seconds to get the answer because I didn't know what to say. I was thinking, what should I say? Should I apologize? What should I say? You know, so AI is very, very good, but you got to be careful you read it, right? Because sometimes it'll say, and I've done this before. At the end of the message, it'll say, "I hope this fits in with the message you'd like to send." And I copied and pasted the whole lot. And then obviously it wasn't just from me, it was from some AI. If they knew what AI was all about, that is, yeah.
I think AI is to business what Moonpig is to men when it comes to birthday cards.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
I just see a lovely comment there from Andy.
Uh-huh.
He got his product delivered there from the post. The postman
Okay.
or the courier was dropping off the product, and the
Uh-huh.
courier asked him. He says, "What is it you're getting?" And Andy told him it was hydration products, you know. And he asked
Mhm.
for more information, so Andy sent him the 3 videos, you know.
There you go.
They're brilliant.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant, Andy. And guys, you know, when you send these videos, the other important bit, which we've talked about before, is make sure you get
Follow
a
up.
date when you can follow up. Don't
Yeah.
just send it and then hope one day they're going to get back to you, or they never do. So what you want to do is actually fix that. Say, look, listen, I'm really busy, Cynthia, or I'm really busy, Paul. I'm sending you these videos. Will you be free in the next day to talk? What would be better for you, morning or afternoon? I give people a choice of 2. and then get a time sorted. So
Yeah.
you will have watched them by then, Paul. By 4 o'clock on Tuesday, on Wednesday, you will have watched them. Brilliant. Okay, I'll call you at 4 o'clock. You know, get their number, because that's another thing. You know, I'm not likely to meet you now because you're delivering the product. The amount of delivery guys I've had their numbers off of them. It's unbelievable. Everyone who stops at my door, I always find a way to talk to them about something, and I always end up on them saying, "Oh, this is really hard," especially now this time of year. I say to them, "I bet you work really hard this time of year." This is a great one, right? Say to the guy, "I bet this time of year you're really, really working hard." And they say yes, and I say, "I bet you're getting paid a bomb," and they say, "No, we're not." Aren't you? I say, "Aren't you?" "Why not? You're working so hard." And they said, "No, yeah, but you don't get paid as much as, you know," and then it gets into another, "Would you like to get paid more?" "Yes, of course I would." "Would you like to not do as many shifts?" "Yes, of course I wouldn't." Listen, give me your number. I'll send you 3 videos. It's not fair of me to talk to you now because you're working. Let's talk outside your work. I'll send you 3 videos. Give me your email or your WhatsApp or whatever. Send it, and then get a time to get back to them. Again, you know, you might find that you send some, get back, there's nothing, but don't give up. You're not asking people to say yes or no to something. All you're doing is asking people to review the information, and if it relates to, or they can relate to it, or they find something in it that stimulates them. It could be all kinds of things. It could be that, it could be the one thing. You know, I remember sometimes years ago, there's this guy. He was actually I think he was in the army. Yeah, he was in the army, and he was contacted by somebody else, and this somebody else gave him this tape and a book, and he got the tape and book, and he read it, and he said it just happened at the right time. He was thinking about leaving the army. He hadn't got a job to go to. He didn't know what to do. That guy went on to be a very, very successful person. He's got his own company now, and he's amazingly successful now. But he made a lot of money out of that network because somebody gave him that book and that tape. You know, so it's really, really important to understand. You don't know what person you're going to touch at what point in their life that this could make a massive difference to. There are yet, you know, we're so early in this business, there are yet people to come in this who are going to build it far faster than any of us because they've got a bigger dream, a bigger wish, or a bigger goal, or they've got a big contact business, you know, contact network. So yeah, Andy, well done on that anyway.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just reading a question here from Rita. What's a 6-pack and get 2 free for £132 sterling? I think it's 132 sterling, is it?
Yeah, 132.75. I think it actually has gone up now because that deal's gone because they realized they'd made a mistake. So I think yeah, I'm not sure it's 130. Oh yeah, it was 128. Well, yeah, it's 132 now. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
So
you'll have to check when you go through. Yeah, definitely.
145 per day, 72 per can, £30 for 3 weeks protocol. So £10 per week to get towards hydration goals and health. Yeah, definitely. It's amazing value. Amazing value. You know, there's really good value there. And one thing I will say to what Derek was saying as well is when you send those 3 videos out to people, you usually get a very positive result because, you know, number one, you're talking about hydration. Hydration is quite kind of mainstream at the minute. There's a lot of holistic and online gurus and stuff that would be involved in holistic therapy and health and wellness. They're all talking about hydration at the moment. And there are a lot of groups that you can engage with as well. Plus the Minogue story. It just, you know, if you ask a person after you sent those 3 videos, what did they like about that? They usually turn and say they're excellent. You know, so it's a really positive environment compared to if you go back 5 years ago with other companies where you were sending them a small snippet of an online opportunity, make money working from home. And you turn in, what did they like about that? They don't say, oh, is that one of those pyramid things? That's exactly what you got.
Yeah,
no,
because
you don't get that.
Yeah, no,
you don't get that, you know.
You don't. Yeah.
Yeah, the orders are coming through very quick, Andy. Andy says he ordered Friday and he got a 6-pack today. I ordered on Saturday. Was it Saturday? I think, Derek, was it? I put an order through
Yeah,
on
it must be. What's
Saturday.
today? What's today? Today's the 2nd. I ordered mine on 30th and it's coming tomorrow. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's usually about 3 days.
Yeah, it's very quick
Usually
now.
about 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Any other
Okay.
people want to say anything or any questions want to be asked before we round up?
I've got a hot story, but I can't name the person in my group at the moment because he doesn't want that. But he will get. I'm encouraging him to send his story to the company. But he's a dear friend of mine. I've known him over 20 odd years. He's in my team, and he has the same health issue as me, but he's had his longer than mine. But he turned to drink, which I haven't, and he was drinking very heavily, and it was hard to get him. You know, I'd message him several times. And sometimes he'd be there, but wouldn't really be communicative. Didn't want to communicate much. Other times he'd sleep for 2 days. But recently, I got him on the product, and he's been on it 2 months now. And he phoned me the other day, and I thought, oh. And when he phoned me on video call, he had his light on. Normally, he talks to me in the dark because he doesn't look good. It's really told its tale on him. And he had the light on, and he just wouldn't. He talked more than me, faster than me, and he was excited more than me, which was amazing. I said, "Wow, look at you!" I nearly said his name then. I said, "Look at you." He said, "Yeah, I feel great." Now, this person had been drinking 10 to 20 cans of beer a day.
Wow,
serious amount of drink, and I thought it was going to be the end of him soon, And he said, have a guess what? I said, what? He said, I haven't drunk for 10 days. I said, that's fantastic. And he said,
brilliant.
but I'm drinking this. And he said, I've swapped it for this. And he said, I'm drinking the hydration. I've stopped drinking. I said, what? He said, well, I cut it down a little bit, but over the last few days, he said, I've not had a drink at all, not a can for 10 days. I said, you've got to tell the company that story. And he said, well, I said, no, that's a serious story. I said, look at you.
Great.
And my partner said over the weekend, didn't you take a screenshot of him? And I said, no, I forgot, because I've got a screenshot of him, how bad he looked recently. And when you look at that, you're thinking, he's younger than me, So that was a great story. But I'm encouraging him to get that story to the company and maybe have it on the website. And then he can just go looking for other drinkers, because there's a few of them out there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've heard the stories I've heard about, even Rebecca alluded to it. The hangover is no more, by the way.
No.
If you drink loads of water before and after,
I think we should all hang out at darts tournaments.
So we're not allowed to say it gets rid of hangovers, but just telling you.
It's a time of year where a lot of people are going to be drinking coming up to Christmas stuff. That's amazing story there, Paul. And I'll tell you a funny story actually as well. It's not in the same degree as your friend there that you're talking about, but actually come the weekends and stuff now, the way I relax is I'd be like a movie buff. I'd go and watch a couple of movies back to back, and I'd like to have maybe a couple of chilled beers. I was sitting down about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I love a chilled Heineken. It's lovely, and I had a can of Heineken, and I drank half of the can of Heineken, and I turned and said to myself, that's rotten. I threw it down the sink and went over to the fridge and got a can of True Hydration. Because my body was craving the hydration, but it was more the taste as well. And it's just Robert mentioned there in the chat, he says, can people confirm the taste that they enjoy the most? He's saying his is natural glow sweetened. Mine's is actually would be sweetened lemongrass as well, whether it be the True Hydration or the natural glow. I don't know about you, Derek. I think yours is natural glow.
I'm natural glow, but I tell you what, right? I did actually say, in the beginning, I don't like the taste of this. But I tell you what, it really grows on you quickly. And it's not because of the health benefits, right? Because now I almost crave it. If I don't have one can a day, I feel lost without it. And I just can't believe how energized I feel all day. To me, that's fantastic. That's really, really good. Besides all the other effects. And tomorrow I'm seeing my doctor to get rid of my blood pressure tablets.
Brilliant.
I'm going to get rid of them tomorrow. Yeah. So that'll be really, really good.
Happy
I can't
days.
wait. I can't wait. Yeah.
Yeah, so just seeing what Robert says there helps to get into balance in all kinds of situations, as Peter mentioned. Another question. Yeah, definitely, Robert. Another one coming underneath there. Do we know when other countries will open up, such as Singapore? Singapore is a standalone entity at the moment. Dubai, United Emirates, and other countries. We do know at the moment that obviously Spain, Germany, Austria, and the Netherlands. But once they say the Netherlands, I think they mean the whole of Holland, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is,
Yeah. So that is opened up for partners at the moment where they can get access to bringing on, obviously building up a community of partners and getting access to the product. And then we do know that after that pilot scheme and phase one of that is completed and everything is working perfectly with that, then they'll open up the whole of Europe and
Yeah.
we'll get updates on
They're
that.
just testing the couriers and everything else within those 4 countries, see how it runs, etc. And then we're also talking to them because there are a few things that we think are particular to Europe that should be actually, you know, spread across. We should be sort of almost the same, and language and things like that needs to be put on the websites and things like that. So there's quite a few things really that need doing. Remember, we're at the very beginning of this for the UK team as well, so we're evolving it with them. You know, we've even been suggesting things to them in terms of the comp plan and things like that. So the more we sort of get involved with it, the better. So yeah,
I have one other question, Derek. Where can we obtain that document that says that came from California? That one that Manoj talked about at the event. I've looked on the Telegram and I couldn't see it on there anywhere.
Yeah, I think I got it somewhere. I think it was sent to me. I'll have a look and I'll send it. I'll post it in the group or and send you one.
That'd be great, yeah, because I've had 2 or 3 people ask me for that, and I said I'll look in the Telegram, and it wasn't there either. I thought it might be there. The company put it there.
I'm sure I got it. If I didn't get it, I'll get it.
It'd be really good to have that validation for people. Yeah. Thank you. Good night. Good
water
training.
safe
Thank
with
you.
all pills. Yeah, it pills. I mean, it's normal water. It's nothing different. So there's no contraindications with any kind of pills. It's only what do you call electrolytes, which you normally get with. Historically, we used to get in water, which we don't nowadays, and that's why water doesn't work as well as it does. So really, yeah, it's just like normal water. You haven't got to really ask doctor's permission or anything like that for it. There's nothing that it's affected by the water that we drink. You just got to
Derek?
decide what flavor you want. Yeah.
There was a useful thing which just came up, which people who are into holistic health and they talk about hydration. So that link about mitochondria, that's the wiki link is very powerful.
The other day, yeah.
Because for people who need more explanation, is say, look, this is what the test that has been done, and that it explains in why truly it's got a unique, in terms of what it does, is explains the science. So it's useful to, for people who are more into that space to share that link with them.
Definitely. And by the way, guys, from not this Thursday, I think it's Thursday the 12th, we'll be having a weekly product call. So it'll be more detail on the products. So this one is a training call with skills. And then we're also going to have the comp plan separate. So we keep them separate because they can easily stop one or the other functioning, if we start talking about everything. But yeah, no, thanks for that. So, and we post as much as we can into the groups. What I encourage you to do every time you come, though, is bring a new person here into these groups, because this is going to help you. The idea of this is not to help me necessarily, but it's to help everyone in the team help their people as well. You might be very good at speaking to people, but then your people might not be. And because people like Coleman, we had Paul speaking the other day, we all relate to different people. We're going to have different people on here training. So it becomes a relatable experience. So you can think, oh yeah, I could do something like I'm a bit like him. I'll try doing that or whatever. So the idea is really for you to try ideas, and hopefully that LinkedIn thing will give you some ideas. And it'd be great to find out next week if a few of you had some success with that, because it gives us a bit of feedback on what we're doing and what we're doing is right. So it's quite good from that point of view. But the whole point is to get a conversation. After the conversation, 3 videos. After the 3 videos, what did you like best, or which video do you like best? What did you like in the videos? Just ask them that, and then you strike up a conversation. And then beyond that, it goes straight into, well, I'll tell you what, the best way to, if you like the Manoj story, then you might as well be involved in that. You want to be part of that, I presume. Yeah, I do. Okay, great. Well, we actually, you saw the drinks on there. Well, we actually sell those, and 99% of the profits go towards the foundation. So you might as well be part of that by drinking and also helping your own health as well at the same time. should we order a pack? Would you like a 3-pack or 6-pack? You know, and you just literally give people choices, and then they order, and then after that, you'll know what it's like. The protocol, you know, have 2 a day for 2 to 3 weeks, and then one after that. In the meantime, do you know anybody who might be interested in what you like about this? Also, try and relate it to them all the time. You know, how many people do you know that might be interested in helping poor children feed themselves? You know, how many people do you know that might like to help themselves with their own hydration or their own health, etc.? Do you know anyone with blood pressure? I always ask that question now. Do you know anyone who has high blood pressure? I'll tell you what, there's a lot more people with high blood pressure than I knew, a lot more than I knew. That is actually quite common. I didn't realize it was that common. I thought it was only people with heart conditions that had high blood pressure. So that is a big one. Well, I'll tell you a story. There's this guy, his name's Derek. He was on these scans for about a week or two, and his blood pressure dropped, and it hasn't gone up ever since. You know, you can actually relate stories of other people if you haven't got your own testimonial. You know, and again, you know, people with drink and things like that, to help people with that sort of situation. You know, there's loads of testimonials going to be coming out. I think Rebecca said there's a Facebook coming out, a Facebook group coming out that's going to be just the testimonials, and we could just be able to add people into it. So that should hopefully be within the next few weeks.
Brilliant, brilliant. And
Okay.
just kind of talking in around the drinks and different things like that as well. There's actually a renowned doctor who does a lot of podcasts online and stuff. And he actually made a statement that was backed by science actually there last week. I think Paul had shared the video there recently. Those electrolytes that people are buying on Amazon, do people realize that they're laced with salt?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so people might be buying these cheap electrolytes and then they're putting them into tap water or bottled water, which wouldn't be good for you anyway. But the fact that they're laced with salt, and then that's just drawing the hydration and electrolytes out of your cells, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Just undoes all the goodness that is in there.
Yeah.
Which is good. We have got something unique. There is nothing else out there like it. And I think it is patented as well. So the process and everything else. So, you know, we're going to have a lot of good stuff come out of this. And you'll have your own testimonials. I have no doubt about it. You know, I haven't found anyone yet who's had this products for 2 or 3 weeks who hasn't had some benefit. It might be more energy. It might be everything. You know, it just depends on the people.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So I think we're there, guys. What's the time? 20:48. Okay, perfect. So yeah, next week we'll pick another subject or another topic to do. I'll talk to Paul. I'll talk to Coleman. We'll see if we can come up with something else that's related. Again, it's always things that work, or we found that work, that help you. Another thing I might do next week, which is slightly to do with the comp plan, I want to actually share with you possible to do a quick plan that shows you from the get three, you know, 3 to get free to earning some money, and then a smaller amount of money that it's divisible by tens or whatever, like £100 or whatever, and then maybe a larger amount, you know, 12,000, 13,000 a month, so you can actually see how you calculate your way to it. I'm trying to work on it. It's quite complex with the sort of comp plan we have, so I might have the slides done for next week.
Wasn't Steve going to do that for us as well? Didn't he offer to do that?
Yeah, he's sort of done one. Yeah, and I'm meeting up with him and Rebecca this week actually, because I want to look at some things that I feel we need to address anyway before we actually push it out. I want it to be very, very simple and very easy to understand. Okay, great.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
And if anybody wants anything, you know, to be talked about on the skill side, on the learning side, on the talking to people, 3-way calls or whatever, we might even do, you know, some work on 3-way calls, just so you can understand how they work, because it's important. If three-way calls done very well, it's very, very unlikely that somebody won't join after a 3-way call. It's very the idea of a 3-way call is you let your upline who's more experienced do the call, and their objective is to actually get the person to either purchase the product or get 3 names that they can then send the video to. So there's always some end result. If you go into a conversation with the end in mind, then it's a lot easier to go with that conversation. If you haven't got a goal in mind that you want at the end of the conversation or end result, then chances are it'll just end up being a conversation. And that really goes nowhere. So, you know, I try and tighten the gap, but I'm always looking to tighten that gap between the time you start a conversation. So, you know, again, I'll let you know if anything happens on the LinkedIn stuff that I do, so you can see the results as I peel them off as well.
Yeah, Derek, when you have your 3 ways, do you do it on a call or do you do it on video? Because I find if someone's looking at you, it kind of goes better than just a call.
Yeah, no, I do it on a video usually. I prefer to do Zoom calls because I can see people. But if somebody really does want to, I'll do a call. But I prefer Zooms, yeah, because I prefer to look at people. I prefer to see people, and they can see me.
A lot of people don't realize that not only can you just do 3 ways on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, but on WhatsApp as well.
Yeah,
It's
you
very
can do
easy to
3-way calls. Yeah, you
press
just
the add person.
yeah,
and it gets them.
and you
Yeah,
can
it's
see
great.
3 of you can be seen on it. I don't use WhatsApp enough, but people have called me and brought me into 3-way calls, so that's quite easy to do. Yeah. So
Yeah,
the tools we have these days is so fantastic compared to a few years back. You know, there's no excuses now, really.
If you get someone on video call rather than an ordinary call, you can see whether they're you know, messaging their wife to ring the doorbell to get rid of you.
Well, they shouldn't be doing that because this isn't a sales call.
They shouldn't be.
It should be just a conversation. Great. Okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that, and we look forward